Hello YouTube, welcome back to the eBay Roadshow. I'm your host Prime. Today we're going to be looking at the wonderful world of comics, and I'm going to show you the coolest shit that's out there. And if you stick around to the end, I'll show you the most expensive comic that was sold on eBay lately, and I'll give you a hint, it's not Action Comics #1. I mean, you can't check out comic books without seeing Action Comics #1. I mean, it's Superman. It's his first Superman appearance. You're going to see him lifting that car all the time. Now, this one sold for a lot of money, man. $145,000. And the thing that is crazy to me is not the amount that it's sold for, but the fact that this one isn't graded. It's not authenticated by a third-party system. So you're taking a big leap of faith that seller is giving you something that's authentic. But let's check it out here. It says it's got white pages. I love looking at the back of these old things, man. You could buy a chameleon for 25 cents. Who doesn't want that? You know, I've got $1 and change over here on my desk. I could have 4 chameleons. How cool would that be? Kind of scary about how they send those to you in the mail, though. I got questions about that. World's smallest candid camera for $1.25. Fits in your watch pocket. That would be something really cool to see nowadays, to see like what size it was. Anyways, they got a bunch of cool stuff on the back. First page here, yeah, you see the little Clark Kent, just a little baby Kent lifting up chairs. I love it, man. I love it. That would be such an oh, there it is right there. I've never actually seen that before. I've always seen the front cover there. I mean, this is really interesting. Normally when you see this book, it's graded and it's sealed and it's capsulated. You can't look inside the pages and find out what's what, you know. So to see something like this, that's really incredible. There's tons of re-editions of this book. It seems like every 5 years they make another one. I mean, this is incredible to see. What a hero that dude is, man. What a hero. So this one sold for $145,000. Wasn't our most expensive one that's sold though, but super great price. 140 bids. Hopefully Sparkle City Comics is happy with that sale. This has been a hot book for a while. Edge of Spiderverse #2. This is the 1 in 25 variant. Edge of Spiderverse 2 is the first appearance of SpiderGwen, which has been huge. I love SpiderGwen. I have every one of the comic books. It's such a fun character. At first I thought I was going to hate it. It's got its own story and it's awesome and I love every part of it. It's no surprise to me that this variant is bringing in the money it is. $579. We're going to be seeing so much more Spider-Gwen from here on out. If you can, I would get Edge of Spider-Verse 2. Doesn't even have to be that edition. Just any of the Edge of Spider-Verse 2 is a hot book. Here's an Uncanny XMen 266, first appearance of Gambit. Looks like it's in decent shape. They list it as near mint condition. This thing came out in 1990. I'm pretty sure I bought this off the shelf at the grocery market when they had it here. Enter the mutant called Gambit. That's a cool cover, man. I'm not quite sure where Gambit is landing right now. He was supposed to have his own movie, and I think they scrapped it maybe, but I don't think it's the last we've seen of him. But it might be, if they did scrap the movie, now might be a good time to pick up that book while you can. So this is another book that we're really seeing rising up. Doom Patrol #99. This is the first appearance of Beast Boy. Beast Boy is in the Teen Titans, and he's an awesome character, and he's gaining a lot of steam. And I think as soon as they have a live action Teen Titans with the Beast Boy, this book is going to be... It's going to be so hard to find. It's an old book. I think a lot of people right now, it's under their radar. They don't know about it. And this looks like a pretty good copy. It looks like some yellow page, off-white pages. The Beast Boy. So Doom Patrol 99. Make sure that book is on your radar. This one sold for $227.50. 35 people bid on it. And it looks like it's in great shape. Looks like it's in pretty good shape, actually. I'd say they got a fair deal on that one. The Tomb of Dracula #1. This is a hot book. It's got the Neal Adams artwork, and Neal Adams did all the cool like Batman artwork. Basically, anytime you see like some clouds like this and a castle and, you know, a guy holding a girl, that's Neal Adams. And he made such iconic covers. This is in really great condition. That is exceptional. You can see the staples are still attached. It looks really good. Little bit of folding there, some lines, but that's a solid copy. They got this for $121. I'd say that is an okay price. That seems like a pretty fair price for that. I think if they had that graded, they'd be able to get quite a bit more for it. Here we go, Demon #1. This is a Jack Kirby comic. Demon #1, original issue, Kirby cover and art, very fine condition. $137.57. Jack Kirby is kind of like, if you don't know who he is, I would say he's almost like the Stan Lee of DC Comics. He had some incredible ideas, made some awesome characters. His artwork is incredible. The Kirby dots is what I think of when I think of Jack Kirby. So Demon #1, first appearance of the Demon. Speaking of another comic book character that's just waiting to blow up, Booster Gold. This one is gonna blow up like crazy. First issue excitement, Booster Gold. This one was a 9.8 with a terrible photograph. I mean that photograph looks terrible. You really can't see it. It is graded by CGC though. 9.8. Comic book came out in 1986. First appearance of Booster Gold in Skeets. Blackguard appearance. This guy got $207, and I think that's honestly kind of low for a 9.8 Booster Gold. I'm guessing it's because his photographs were shit. Always take good photographs. That should be the #1 thing you do when you sell an item on eBay. Make sure you have good photographs if you want to get the most bang for your buck. Amazing Spider-Man 121. If I remember right, I want to say that this is the death of Gwen Stacy. Yeah, someone close to me is gonna die. So I'm pretty sure that's when Gwen Stacy died. I'm gonna look it up though, because I don't want to feel like an asshole on the internet. The night Gwen Stacy died. So you know, one thing that we see a lot in comic books is the first appearance. First appearance always brings a lot of money, but also death of major characters will bring in a lot of money too. So the death of someone as major as Gwen Stacy, that's what made this comic book so popular, and that's why it sold for $100, even with this terrible description. Look at this, Amazing Spider-Man 121. He doesn't say what condition it's in or anything else on the book. Tear in left front corner, missing piece. He doesn't even mention anything about Gwen Stacy in this book. Come on, man. Come on, 2011 Fleischer. You could be making so much more money with these comic books. Let me teach you how to comic book. Got another copy of Doom Patrol 99. This one is listed as an 8.5, and it sold for $340. Now, the thing is, I'd say this looks like worse condition than the other one that we saw, but this guy is claiming it's an 8.5. Now it's really hard without a third-party authenticator that steps in. You know, like when the third-party authenticators look at it, they have a team of people that have looked at it. Each one's made grading notes on the color, the edges, the staples, everything like that, and then they get them all together and they compile those scores and they average them out. They say, okay, Joe gave it a 10, I gave it a 1, so we're gonna call this book a 5. You know, that's a very simplified version of what they do, but for this person, he's claiming it all by himself, and the problem with that is not everybody's going to agree on what's an 8.5. So I got to be honest, I think the other one was in better condition, but they got less money for it. This is still a solid book though, man. Doom Patrol 99, pick it up. We got the New Mutants 87, March 1990, high grade, first cable. With the Deadpool movies being out, anything Deadpool is hot as fuck right now. So first cable's no surprise to me that it's selling so well. $99 though, honestly, seems a little bit low for this book. This is the first edition. There is a second edition, a reprint that they did of this book, which brings considerably less amount. That's a hot book though, man. If you got that, I would hang on to it, man. First cable, why not? We talked a little bit about the Neal Adams artwork. This is probably one of my favorite ones right here, Batman 234. I want to say that this is the first appearance of Two-Face. Let's see if it says first Silver Age appearance of Two-Face. So not as true first appearance, but probably the one that we know him as best. Look at that cover, man. That is incredible. Neal Adams did some crazy artwork. Man, that looks awesome. I just want that as a poster up on my wall somewhere. 8.0, that's a high condition for that book. $260, 23 people bidding on it. What's interesting is this guy doesn't seem like his name isn't comic books or anything like that, the dude who sold it. I want to take a look here. Let's see if he sold other books. Oh yeah, he sold a lot of comic books. Another Neal Adams one right here. Batman 237. I think they call that the first appearance of death. Look at that though, man. That's so cool. Batman's trying to save Robin from the Grim Reaper. What a cool comic book. But going back to this guy selling these books here, this is, oh, he's got all the Neal Adams. We're going to look at these. We're going to look at them all. But first I want to say this before I lose my train of thought. When you come across a seller like this, whose name isn't like Comic Book Store or Classic Comics, it's just got a standard name and their feedback score is pretty low, and they've got graded comics like this, it's usually not a dude who's flipping comic books at a shop to make money. This is someone's personal collection, and for whatever reason they decided to sell. You're going to find the best deals by buying from this person. One, because those big comic book shops have people following them every week, looking at every auction that they post, and they might not see some of the stuff that goes under the radar. So if you can find someone who's selling an item you like, check what other items they're selling. You might see stuff like this. He's got Batman 189, the first Scarecrow, 510 bucks. Batman 251. Let's look at this artwork. People like this. This is some cool Joker artwork right here. So you got Batman. He's being held by the Joker. This is a lot of people's favorite Joker cover right here. This one brought in how much? 474. This guy has some good comics, man. This one right here is probably my favorite Neal Adams artwork. Probably. I say that until I see another one, then I'm like, oh, I love that one. So again, the same type of deal that we saw. You know, we've got the moon. We've got those kind of thin, wispy clouds. You got someone who's being rescued here. I mean, this is an incredible looking comic book here. 8.0. Yeah, I mean, look at that 15-cent mark on that book. Woo! Woo! That's hot. That's a hot book. So this is another book that's really hot for first appearance. New Teen Titans #2, Deathstroke's first appearance. You can see him right here. And this looks like it's in alright shape. You know, a couple years ago I was really into buying comics and selling them on eBay, and I want to say 120 is about what it was selling for back then, so I haven't really seen any big change on that. This is a change though, man. This is, wow, this is a change. Batman Adventures #12, first Harley Quinn. Someone bought this for $100. Like, wow. First Harley Quinn for $100. Someone got a steal on that book. Somebody called the police. Someone needs to call the police. That person got an incredible deal on that. I can't believe that. $100? Oh man. Wow. Wow. Good. Whoever bought that, man. High five. Here we have Spawn #1, 1992's best comic book ever. First appearance of Spawn, written by Todd McFarlane, artwork by Todd McFarlane. Yeah, that's so cool. This one's signed, and it looks like Todd signed it right here in the little Spawn magic gas area. Spawn has been one of my favorite comic book heroes for so long. He's the coolest. I mean, he came back from hell, you know, he wanted to like see his wife again, and then his face is all fucked up and she doesn't know who he is, and now he's just got to work for the devil, just basically reaping bad people, and it's so wonderful. This book holds a special place in my heart. When I was younger, my dad and we used to go out to the comic book shops or supermarkets and wherever and pick up Spawn, and my parents were divorced, so I would go to his house every other weekend, and that was kind of our thing, you know, just going out and finding these comic books and reading over them, and it was one of the ways that we both kind of bonded together. I still have my first edition, Spawn #1. I recently got it graded. I have a 9.8. I'm very happy with that. I'm never going to sell it or trade it, so don't ask. Keeping it forever. Saga is another hot book. It's been hot, red hot since the start. This one has 2 through 27 first prints for $118. That's a deal, man. If you're not down with Saga, that might seem high, but that is such a fun book to read. It's been a while since I've read something so fun, and the artwork is just incredible. Like, The artwork just seals this world that you're in and makes it so believable and so awesome. I'd love to look at it. Saga #1 by itself will sell for, 3 times that amount. It's so sought after. It's been reprinted like 17 billion times. But if you get the first edition, the first print, that one can bring in quite a bit of money. This is the first print. This one has been reprinted a lot of times as well too. But you see SpiderGwen here. You see Gwen Stacy kind of transforming into SpiderGwen. This is a hot, hot book. 115 bucks. People will spend that all day long for that book. All day long you can sell that book for 115. Excited to see what's going to happen with Gwen Stacy in the future. I can't wait. I hope she gets her own movie, man. That would be the coolest. Alright, so here it is. The Big Tuna. The #1 comic book that is sold for the most expensive money on eBay recently. Sold for $175,000. This is Captain America #1. This was graded a 6.5, so it's in excellent condition, considering it's from 1941. That's an old-ass comic book, and to be in such great condition is incredible. Got lots of good things going on here. We got Captain America punching Hitler in the face, which makes for an awesome cover. Has the first appearance of Captain America. Has the first appearance of Bucky, who went on to become the Winter Soldier. First Red Skull, so 3 first appearance. Not uncommon when you're starting a new series book, but to have all those iconic characters in one book in such great condition, it's no surprise to me this book sold for that amount of money. I think that that's a fair amount. I think if this person hangs on to that for another 20 years, they'd be able to make stupid money off of it. Well, thanks for checking out the comic books. We'll see you next time.